This is NBC3 News at 5.
Well, good evening, everybody. Tonight we bring you to the community of Ithaca. What a gorgeous place it is. Our Your Town broadcasts continue, and our beautiful Sky I-1 footage showing you some of the many beautiful spots this community has to offer. We're here at Buttermilk Falls State Park tonight, and just so happy to be part of this beautiful community. Megan, I happen to have picked up a new hat today.
This is your alma mater.
My Ithaca College hat here, fresh from the Ithaca College bookstore. Just a little while ago, and it was fun. My wife and I, she came down with me. We were both Ithaca College graduates, so it was nice just to be on campus for even a few minutes to see how it's changed over the years.
You know, it's such a beautiful and really easy journey from Syracuse. So for anybody who lives in the city of Syracuse or the surrounding communities, pop on down to Ithaca this summer, because this is a great community with so much to offer. A lot of fun things for families to do as well.
Yeah, it really is great, you know, and there's so much natural history here, including the history of geology here in Ithaca.
Yeah, there's a really great museum that you can come on down this summer and check out with your family. We walk through the years of geological history right in Ithaca. The Museum of Earth contains fossils that can't be found anywhere else in the world. They offer tours, different programs, and fun events inviting the Ithaca community to learn more.
We do have some fossils that you can't see anywhere else in the world. We have the world's largest sea scorpion, which is the New York State fossil. This is the best mastodon skeleton ever found anywhere in the world. So we do have fossils that you can't see anywhere. Plus, we have really great examples of stuff you can see everywhere, but it's here. It's for people that live here or people that visit here. They can come here and really gain some appreciation of the scenery that they're enjoying on vacation or that is in their backyard.
The museum is open 5 days a week. They're closed Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but there's a lot of great opportunity for you to learn more about the history.
Yeah, one of the places that we're talking about tonight certainly is right where we're sitting, Buttermilk Falls State Park, one of many gorges and waterfalls in the Ithaca community. But we've been talking to a couple of kids. The swimming is closed today. Water levels are a little low, but a couple of the kids are still dipping their toes in just to try to cool off on this beautiful day. But this is a scene that's repeated all over this community, whether it's Tremont State Park or the Ithaca Falls or Taganic up the road a little bit. A lot of options for ways to enjoy these beautiful conditions that Ithaca has that are quite unique to this area.
Yeah, a lot of great opportunities for you to come and do some hikes with your family. And we are hoping for good weather as we kick off the weekends. Meteorologist Peter Hall is back in the studio for us tonight. Pete, the sun is shining down, but there's a nice breeze in the air here tonight.
Yeah, and that humidity level is low, too. Ithaca's got so much. You've mentioned all those parks. Let's not forget Taganic Park. And you can, which I think you did mention, and also you can actually canoe on Cayuga Lake. They got the farmers market there and so many great restaurants. Glad to see that we're going to be talking about them for the next hour and a half.
It's great to be back here at Buttermilk Falls State Park. Mayor Robert Catelmo from Ithaca joins us. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have us. Great to be here in your community. How are things going for the city?
They're going wonderfully.
Yeah.
It's a perfect time of year. Definitely a great time for folks to come visit. We got a great new splash pad out in Stewart Park for the young kids.
Perfect. Yeah.
What's it been like for you to take the reins of the mayor of Ithaca? What has this experience taught you about this community?
Profoundly rewarding, honestly. I have the best job in the world. I mean, being able to work with your neighbors and help, whether it's fill potholes, address broken sidewalk, or do more exciting things like, get this new splash pad off the ground or make some investments in our parks. It's really exciting.
What kind of even bigger ticket items are on the agenda for Ithaca in terms of improvements and directions that you're going right now?
Thank you for asking. Yeah, we are actually working really hard at getting our Downtown Revitalization Initiative application in. It's a $10 million initiative funded by New York State. We're looking to do some transformative work around housing and commercial use on the West State MLK Street corridor.
Well, that'll be a big change.
Absolutely.
And I've just noticed just driving through, along the Commons, downtown, and certainly student housing has changed a lot, hasn't it, in recent years? That's a real hot commodity in many different ways.
It really is. I mean, one of the things we've made a lot of progress in expanding our housing supply, but there's a long, long way to go. As you probably know, Ithaca is the second most expensive small city in the United States. And so while it's a beautiful community, it's really my #1 mission to make sure that it's not just for the folks who can currently afford it, that we're really making it so that anybody who wants to live here can.
Yeah, also making it family friendly, and with that comes supporting local businesses and great eateries. Let's talk a little bit about the food, because you guys actually had a really cool food scene in Ithaca. People travel from near and far to come see it.
Yeah, do you run out of days in the week to find a new place to eat?
I really do. People ask me what's my favorite place, and I usually have to say it depends on the day, because one of the things that's really wonderful about Ithaca is, despite being a small city that has that nice sort of hometown feel, there is a diversity of options. You're never bored.
All right, so let's highlight one of the best, Ithaca Ale House. People love this. So I'm going to take you through a little bit about what we have, and then we're going to do a little bit of sampling, all right?
I
don't know if I have to twist your arm on
Not
that
at
one,
all.
right?
No,
okay,
no.
so let's start here. The Orchard Burger, caramelized apples, straw cheddar, sharp cheddar cheese, onion straws, house-made orchard ketchup. Matt, I know you're going to get down and dirty
the
with that
ketchup's
one.
down the house-made. Now that you've called it house-made orchard ketchup.
We do need the ketchup. All right, if you're looking for something a little bit lighter, the Cobb wedge salad, romaine, tomatoes, bacon, avocado, crumbly blue, corn, and house-made ranch. And then the See You at the Fair, a great flatbread pizza here, hot Gianelli sausage, red and green bell peppers, onion, smoked mozzarella. Thanks so much to the owner, John O'Leary, for bringing this
Mayor,
great treat.
are any of these things on your go-to items?
I was actually just going to say, very proud to admit, I had this burger for lunch yesterday.
Oh, well, there you go.
So you want to move
give
to
it a
like
strong
taste a
endorsement.
slice? You want to go to a slice of pizza then to taste?
I'll taste
I
whatever.
feel like I got to try the. I got to
gotta
try.
get in the burger.
Can I try the burger? Is that
Yes,
all right?
you can definitely get the
Okay,
burger.
hold on.
Mayor, you want to go for a slice of pizza?
Absolutely.
And then I'm always on the light side, right? It's summertime, so I like
What
something
am
a
I
little bit
thinking
lighter.
here? Now,
So I'm going to get on the salad.
I know we have a knife here. I feel like if I don't cut this is going to be, an ugly scene.
A messy situation.
Maybe I'll just have to.
Yes.
Right. This stuff looks good. No, go ahead. Don't wait for me. Yeah,
Are you ready?
please.
Cheers.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Here we go.
Yeah, this
Cheers
is
to
great.
Ithaca.
We appreciate all the restaurants and especially
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
when John O'Leary brings the food, we know that it's going
I
to
do have napkins for you, by the way.
Right, okay, here we go.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
How's that?
That's it for me.
So good.
Nope.
So good.
You're going to have to talk the rest of the day. I'm still
All right,
chewing.
we have a lot more live from Ithaca coming up over the next 90 minutes.
is
Mayor,
delicious.
thank you so much for being with us as we celebrate your great community.
Thanks for having me.
We shake your hand, but it's not appropriate. Yep.
We'll get you guys some napkins here coming up in just a few minutes, but first, we'll send it back to the studio.
This is NBC3 News at 5:30.
Well, how about the Sky I-1 views of Ithaca? The waterfalls seem to be everywhere. And these fantastic, that's from the bridge on the Cornell campus down to the Ithaca Falls, and then the wide view of Cuba Lake off to the north. The campus of Cornell University, so familiar, the Ivy League right here in central New York. It's just great to see all these wonderful sights on the campus of Ithaca College.
Yeah, and you know what? Meteorologist Peter Hall is a graduate of Cornell University. You are a graduate of Ithaca College, so we have a lot of great connections to this community.
Peter, I should have looked for a Cornell hat to bring you back while I was shopping for my Ithaca hat today.
That's right. Okay. So we're going to go to Pete in just a moment, but first, it's a great place to come and stop and smell the roses.
It is. If you ever want to stop and do that, head for the Cornell Botanic Gardens. The gardens have 35 acres of cultivated areas and a 100-acre arboretum open from dawn until dusk. A big hit with students and visiting families, and it could be a great way for people to reconnect with nature.
I think just a love of nature in general brings people to the gardens, and I think especially what's happened in the past few years with pandemics and stuff, just the outdoors, people sort of embraced it, and that really, people can come here for many different reasons, whether they're here to just sunbathe, rejoice in nature, whether they're, in a good mood, whether they're grieving, there's something always to offer.
Well, apart from being a great place to walk around, the garden also serves as a place for researchers and hosts research sessions about conservation and the research of specific species.
It's really cool. It's such a special place. So come on down and check it out with your family this summer. We know that Ithaca and the Cornell community specifically is very near and dear to meteorologist Peter Hall's world, his life. Pete, you spent a good portion of your years down here.
Oh, that's right. I went to Cornell, graduated back in 1995. I try to get down to Ithaca at least once or twice a year because it's so beautiful, like you've been mentioning, and showing us great food and lots to do.
Visit Ithaca. Thank you so much for being here. We have really enjoyed our time in Ithaca so far. There's a lot for people to do. You call this Tompkins County region your home. What do you love so much about Ithaca? What drew you here?
Well, I mean, one of the things is we're here. We're at the Buttermilk Falls State Park, the state parks that we have here. There's Buttermilk, there's Robert Treeman, there's Taconic Falls State Park, so there's a lot of nature for people to go and see. we in fact have this Waterfalls Challenge that people can do. It's a free mobile website. And people can get on there, look up Visit Ithaca Waterfalls Challenge. It gives you about 25 natural areas and waterfalls people can check in and go to.
I'm a big fan, too, of even just the trail from Stewart Park through Tremont Marina and all along the lake shore. I mean, you could walk mile after mile after mile to the point you kind of forgot how far you went. It's beautiful there.
It's great to go over the Cayuga Waterfront Trail. It's great to go and park at Cass Park, walk around the trail to the farmer's market. You don't have to go to the parking at the farmer's market. It's a great, and then continue on to Stewart Park, which is another fantastic option for families to go to. You're right by the water. There's lots of places to picnic, and there's a great playground there. It's accessible, so children of all abilities can play together, which is amazing. And they just unveiled their new splash pad.
That's what the mayor was telling us about, too.
So exciting.
And what a great day or a great weekend for that.
Oh, perfect. It's going to be sunny and warm. It's going to be perfect for that.
Well, listen, you're dad, and you know about the challenges of keeping kids entertained during the summer months. And we've talked a lot in, recent months about inflation, families trying to find family-friendly, maybe free or reduced-cost vacations. They can do it right here in Central New York. Talk a little bit about what people can do if they maybe want to do a staycation and come to Ithaca.
Sure. I mean, obviously the outdoors is our bread and butter here. So we've got the state parks are great to go to. There's swimming at them as well. Taconic Falls, Myers Park in Lansing as well. There's swimming areas there in Cayuga Lake. Those are low cost, simply the cost of an entrance. You can go to, if it's inclement weather, you can go to the Science Center or Museum of the Earth, which I know you've talked about already today. And those admission prices are really quite low, so it's really accessible for families to go. And
you don't have to get on an airplane.
No,
You could do a day trip.
You could do a day trip.
And you're supporting local businesses here, too, which is great.
Yes, and I've driven to Syracuse. I know it's very easy for people from Syracuse here to come here and all around.
And what about on kind of the couple side of it, too? If you want to have a getaway for an overnight or a dinner, a glass of wine, that's certainly available here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've got some wineries here. We've got some really fantastic cideries here. South Hill Cider, Finger Lake Cider House are two of our closer cideries that have tasting rooms. They're both overlooking beautiful things. South Hill Cider is very close to Buttermilk Falls and some really nice sunset views. Finger Lake Cider House overlooks the Cayuga Lake, so that's a really nice spot as well. They've got small menus, so you can have some cider and some nice tasty bites.
Yeah, and glamping too. I know that's become a big thing.
Glamping,
You keep saying you want to do it.
I know. This is sort of a little note to my husband if he's watching.
I want to go glamping, honey.
Firelight Camps is amazing. It's one, they've been around for over 10 years now, and they're adding to what they have to offer there as well in terms of the number of places you can stay. You can even go up there in the evenings if you're not staying there and enjoy their campfire, and they have music sometimes and a bar area, so it's really a nice spot to just go.
Well, you mentioned music. I mean, I know Trumansburg isn't in the city of Ithaca, but I thought I heard bluegrass coming off the lake today. There's a pretty big festival.
It's a big weekend.
There's a big festival. We're on day 2 of the Finger Lakes, the Grassroots Finger Lakes Festival of Music and Dance. It's a 4-day festival in Trumansburg. Brings in about 15,000 people over the course of the weekend, and there's some really fantastic music. About 70 to 80 bands are performing over the course of the weekend. Yeah.
So music, great food, outdoors. Yeah. What more could you ask for?
Yeah. I can't think of anything.
It's a great community.
A great place to be in the summertime, that's for sure. Thank you. We appreciate it, Rob, for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having us in the Ithaca area tonight. Come on. She's relaxing.
Well, a nice breeze and some sunshine as we kick off the weekend here in Central New York, live from Buttermilk Falls, the base of it here in Ithaca. A nice place to sit, relax, maybe read a book, talk to a friend. It is very serene here tonight.
That's exactly the word. I was going serenity, another version of the same word. I think she's found that there, just listening to the water kind of trickling down the falls today during this middle of summer conditions. If you want to get a bite to eat here, you're in the right city, the right community. From waffles to sriracha, Brussels sprouts. So Young Lee and her husband Chris Kim serve up all kinds of delicious food at the Milk Stand. Their restaurant opened in September of 2021, right during the pandemic. It wasn't an easy start. Customers loved it. Now, nearly 3 years later, the couple says they are here to stay.
My wife and I, we both love to go out for breakfast. That's one of our favorite activities, breakfast brunch.
Now, the Milk Stand is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 3:30. It also has a to-go menu. You can enjoy yummy treats on the go. And We ran the store with Milk Stand earlier this week. Allura Lagarde is there. Their food looks amazing.
Oh, my goodness.
And they love breakfast. The owners love breakfast. That's why they opened this restaurant.
Yes, we are getting spoiled here in Ithaca tonight as we celebrate this wonderful community that we call home. There is still so much more to come here live from Ithaca tonight. We'll continue our coverage, and we are going to share some really special places that you can visit down here. We're back with more after this.
Yeah, as our Your Town broadcast continues here at Buttermilk Falls State Park, it's just a beautiful evening. We're in mid-July now, and you know, when we were talking to the mayor earlier in the broadcast, he talked about how Ithaca is such a great combination of different cultures, ethnicities. I think it really adds up to what this community is all about.
Yeah, there's so much diversity. It's a great place to be, and we have made our way to Ithaca to celebrate what this great community has to offer. Matt and I have joined the picnic table crew because we saw that lady sitting over there. She looked so serene and peaceful, so we decided to take a seat.
Really good idea, and it feels good.
All right, so by the way, speaking of, Feel Goods in Ithaca offers an array of ethnically made products from across the country. More than 40 brands and makers can be found in the store, each with their own background and story. I love this. What a cool concept. They are striving to remind people that clothing is meant to make people feel good and not just something to put on your body.
I love being here and getting to know people through the store. I had a pretty good base community here, but I'm getting to know new people every day and making friends that were my customers and now they're my friends. And so that's been really fun. I don't know, I'm just really happy to be back. I was living in a small town, and it's nice to be back in a place where you can go to the theater, or you can go on a hike, or you can go out to eat, or you can go see live music. There's a million things to do here, and that's really nice. And the people are just the best.
Aw, amen. I like that.
That for a ringing endorsement. Yeah.
Sweet Salvage is open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., except Sunday when they're open from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Welcome back to our Your Town broadcast here live in Ithaca tonight at the Buttermilk Falls State Park. We're enjoying a beautiful evening here. Summertime's such a great time to be in this community.
Oh my gosh, it certainly is, and there's a lot for kids and families to do. Greg Hauk is the director of the Youth Bureau for the city of Ithaca. You guys put on a lot of great activities for families, and the kids need something to do over the summer.
Well, there certainly is not a shortage of that at the Ithaca Youth Bureau. We keep kids busy all throughout the summer with full day and part day camps, all sorts of activities. Our parks have pools and splash pads, inclusive playgrounds. So there's a lot of great opportunity available for kids of all ages.
Yeah.
What are some of the top of the list exciting moments for kids that are part of your programs during the summertime?
Well, you can't beat the summer day camps here in Ithaca between Cass Park Day Camp and Stewart Park Day Camp, as well as our programs that run at the Greater Ithaca Activity Center, our sister department. Day camp is where it's at. Everybody wants to be part of it, and they all cannot wait to hit the pool at Cass Park.
That can't be the first thing they do, though. There's probably something else before you get to go in the pool, right?
Well, you know, we do value our safety, so everybody's got to make sure to take their swim test, make sure that they're good in the water.
A bit of a learning experience.
Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah.
But we have all sorts of activities, arts and crafts, nature, music, just so many options.
Now, do you have to be a resident of the city of Ithaca to participate in your programs, or can you come from outside the city?
You can absolutely come from outside of the city. City residents and town residents and members of our local recreation partnership all pay a lower rate for being local, but we do welcome in folks from outside of the greater Ithaca area as well.
And do you get a number of people who do that?
We do. We do. We have a lot of smaller rural communities surrounding the city that their kids need opportunities as well, and we're happy to host them here at Ithaca Youth Bureau activities.
Oh,
and what a better playground than the beautiful nature of Ithaca.
You can't beat it.
Yeah. Thanks so much for being here and sharing this with us tonight. And
time here in Ithaca, and there's a great, so many restaurants and local breweries and places that you can come visit over the weekend, and certainly during the week as well. Visitors can go to the Tap Room, a farm-to-table restaurant designed for those who enjoy one of the 14 craft beers on tap, and just throw in a sandwich while you're there with a beautiful backdrop. The company has produced more than 12,000 barrels a year. They've been recognized by Food & Wine magazine as one of the 25 most important American craft beers ever brewed. That's a really nice distinction.
Really nice honor. Our Your Town broadcast will continue in a moment. Well, thank you, Tommy. We appreciate that. Well, what have we learned today here at Buttermilk Falls State Park?
Yeah, so much. This community is really just wonderful. It has so many great restaurants. We've really enjoyed the food. We've learned about the murals. We've learned about all kinds of great places here.
We've learned also that even though it's Buttermilk Falls State Park, that when you come here in mid-July in a dry summer, there's not that much water flowing over it.
No, but what there is a lot for families to do, a lot for couples to do. If you need a romantic getaway for a weekend or a day trip with your kids, it's a great community here in Central New York to come visit.
So much great stuff, and the food was also delicious. So we appreciate Ithaca having us here today.
Yeah, thanks for hosting us and for being here with us. Next week, we are in Cortland, so we'll look forward to visiting that community as well. I'm Megan Coleman.
I'm Matt Mulcahy. We'll see you later on for NBC3 News at 11. That's our Your Town broadcast tonight.